Hello children, today we are going to see rationalization of denominator. Now, the name itself tells it is a rationalization, rational. Yes, but when to do the rationalization of denominator? See, whenever you have in the denominator an irrational number. Now suppose if I have it as 1 by root 5. Okay, so what is my denominator? Denominator is root 5. So in that case I have to rationalize the denominator. Rationalizing means you have to make the denominator a rational number. Okay, it should not be an irrational number, it should be a rational number. Now suppose if I have 1 by 2 plus root 7. Is your denominator a rational or irrational? It is irrational. Okay, 2 plus root 7, because in 2 we have added root 7. Root 7 is irrational. Okay, so 2 plus root 7 is irrational number, and hence for this I have to rationalize. That means I have to make the denominator a rational number. Okay, that is what I have written here. We need to rationalize the denominator when the denominator is an irrational number. Okay, so our question will be of the type rationalize the following, or maybe the question it may be simplified. Okay, it comes for 2 marks or 4 marks, such question. Now first is 1 by root 2. Now see, what is the denominator? Denominator is an irrational number. Okay, so what to do is, I have here 1 by root 2. Whether is it a monomial or a binomial? Monomial means what? It contains only one term. Okay, so whether root 2 is a monomial? Yes. So whenever you have at the denominator an irrational monomial, then what to do is, whatever that irrational number you have, with that number I have to multiply numerator as well as denominator. So what is at the denominator here? I have root 2. So what should be done is, I have to multiply numerator by root 2 and denominator by root 2. Okay. Now if I multiply numerator and denominator by the same number, it will be same itself. Okay, there is no change. In the previous class and or equivalent fractions you have seen. Okay, what you are doing? You are just multiplying your numerator and denominator with the same number. The same thing I have done. Value is the same itself. Okay, so I have multiplied root 2 to its numerator and denominator. So what will I get here? It will be 1 into root 2 and denominator will be root 2 into root 2. So what is 1 into root 2? 1 into root 2 is root 2 and root 2 into root 2 is what? Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Clear? Now see what is the denominator. My denominator is 2. Is 2 an irrational or rational number? It is a rational number. So that is the last method, last step. Okay, so I'll be getting it as root 2 by 2. Suppose if I want to simplify this to get my 1 by root 2, just check. Now root 2 divided by 2, can I write it as root 2 into root 2? Root 2 will get cancelled and I'll get the answer as 1 by root 2. Whether that and this is the same. So both are the same, they are the equivalent fractions. Okay. So this will be my last answer. Whenever I'll be having my denominator as a rational number, stop the process. So is it clear? So if it is a monomial, whichever you have your irrational factor, that irrational number should be multiplied to your numerator and denominator. Okay, now see the next one. It is 2 by root 7. Now what is the denominator? Root 7. Root 7 is what? Irrational number. So what should be done? It should be multiplied with what? Your numerator and denominator should be multiplied with root 7. Okay. So what will I get the answer? 2 into root 7 is your 2 root 7. And root 7 into root 7, what I'll be having is 7. Clear? That means my answer is 2 root 7 by 7. Okay, my denominator I have got rational number. Okay, multiplied by root 7, then I'll be getting 2 root 7 by 7. Clear? Now again, next is 6 divided by 5 root 3. Check. Always what we have to check the denominator. Check what it is. Is it a monomial or a binomial? It is a monomial. Yes, I don't have any plus sign between them. It is multiplication. 5 into root 2 it is. Okay. So it is what? A monomial itself. So is it a rational or irrational? It is irrational number. So what I have told, if the denominator is irrational number, then we have to multiply your numerator and denominator by that irrational number. Okay. So here I have at the denominator 5 root 3. So I can do the same as, I can write it as 6 by 5 root 3, which was that irrational part. Irrational part is root 3. So root 3 should be multiplied to the numerator and should be multiplied to the denominator. See whether this is it clear? 6 into root 3 by denominator is what? 5 root 3 into root 3. Okay. So will I get it as 6 into root 3 is what? I'll be getting it as 6 root 3. 5 root 3 into root 3 is what? Here 5 will be multiplied with the coefficient of root 3. Nothing is there, that means 1 is there. So 5 into 1 is 5 and root 3 into root 3 is what? Is 3. So 5 into 3 will be here. Okay. So what will be my ultimate answer? Ultimate answer will be, now here either you can write 6 root 3 by 15. But can I have the simplest form? See, this is 3 and this is 6. Okay. So I can divide it. So it will be 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Okay. This was the method what we have to do it here. So 6 root 3 by 15. Okay. So the same thing I can write here as, I can write it as 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So I'll be getting the last answer as 2 root 3 divided by what? It will be 5. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. So we'll see the next question. 2 root 3 by 5. Okay. Now next question, it is 1 by 3 plus root 2. Check what is the denominator here. Is it a rational or irrational? It is irrational number because 3 plus some irrational number root 2. Okay. Now denominator is a monomial or a binomial. How many terms you have? First term and the second term. That means it is a binomial. Okay. So whenever at the denominator you have a binomial. Okay. In that case what you should do is, now here what is the sign? Is it 3 plus root 2. So what should I do is, I have to multiply by, it should be 3 minus root 2 by 3 minus root 2. See here it is 3 plus root 2 is given in the question. In the question it is given 3 plus root 2. Okay. So since here it is plus, I have to just change the sign and then multiply it. So with what I have to multiply? I have to multiply with 3 minus root 2 by 3 minus root 2. Suppose if I have the question as 1 by root 5 minus 2. Okay. So in this case, again, what is the denominator, monomial or a binomial? I have it as a binomial. What is the sign in between? Yes, what is the sign in between? It is minus. That means with what number should I multiply there? Just change the sign. Okay, so it should be multiplied with root 5 plus 2 by root 5 plus 2. Okay, just change the sign there. If it is plus, you have to multiply with minus. If it is minus, you have to multiply with plus. Okay, so multiply by 3 minus root 2. Is that clear? So I have multiplied here numerator and denominator. So it is same as, it will be 1 into 3 minus root 2 by your 3 plus root 2 in bracket, the second also in the bracket, 3 minus root 2. Okay, this is the step. 1 into this number, will it be the same number itself? Denominator I have 3 plus root 2 by 3 minus root 2. Now check whether denominator is of the form. See which form it is. This digits are the same, only it differs in your minus sign. So is it of the form your a plus b into a minus b? So what is the answer for this? It is a square minus b square. Okay. See, for rationalization of binomials in the denominator, always you will have the case where the denominator becomes a square minus b square. Okay. So I'll be having it as 3 minus root 2 by 3 square minus root 2 square. Is that clear? Okay. Now 3 square is 9. Root 2 square is what? It is equal to 2. So here I will be getting 9 minus 2. So 9 minus 2 is what? 7. So my answer is 3 minus root 2 by 7. So this is the last answer. After this, either you can write the same as, I can write it as equal to 3 by 7 minus root 2 by 7. Okay, that means what I am doing is, I am just separate dividing it, because if I have 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, same denominators, so how we write? We write 1 plus 3 by 2. The same thing. These two numbers are having same denominator, so I can give that 7 separately. Okay, so I'll be getting it as 3 by 7 minus root 2 by 7. Hope this is clear. Okay, this question is clear.